Good day, everyone. I am Anthony Biambes, and today I will be presenting my laboratory experiment, which is projectile motion. This experiment investigates how horizontal distance and time of flight are affected by initial speed, launch height, and the angle of projection using a physics simulation and data analysis. So projectile motion describes the motion of an object that is launched into the air and moves under the influence of gravity alone. In this experiment, I will be using the Physics Aviary projectile lab simulation and Microsoft Excel to analyze projectile behavior under the different conditions. The goal of these activities is to better understand the relationships among velocity, gravity, time, and horizontal range, and to connect theory with observed motions. The main objective of this experiment is to examine the factors that affect the horizontal distance travel and the elapsed time of a projectile. Specifically, we studied how these quantities change when we vary the initial speed, initial height, and angle of projection while assuming negligible air resistance. For the simulation 1, for the horizontal projectile from a fixed height. In this simulation, the projectile was fired horizontally from a constant height of 20 meters, while the initial speed was varied. The result shows that as the initial speed increased, the horizontal distance also increased proportionally. Meanwhile, the elapsed time remained nearly constant, since the vertical motion depends only on the gravity in the fixed height. On this graph, one shows straight line relationship between initial speed and horizontal distance. This confirms that when the height is constant, the height of flight remains nearly the same, and the horizontal distance follows the equations. Horizontal distance equals to the velocity multiplied by time. Because time is constant, increasing the speed results to the proportional increase in distance. Thus, the relationship between distance and the speed is linear. While for simulation 2, for the horizontal projectile with a fixed speed, in the second simulation, the initial speed was kept constant at 20 meters per second, while the launch height was varied. The data shows that the increasing the height caused by the projectile to travel further horizontally. This occurs because a higher launch point allows a projectile to stay in the air longer. We can show on the graph that a curve or nonlinear relationship between initial height and horizontal distance. This is because the time of flight depends on the square root of the height, not directly on the height itself. As height increases, time increases more gradually, resulting in a curved graph rather than a straight line. In the third simulation, the projectile was fired from the ground level at the different angles while keeping the speed constant at 20 meters per second. The result shows that the horizontal distance increased from 0 degrees up to 45 degrees when the maximum range was achieved. Beyond 45 degrees, the distance decreased, reaching 0 at 90 degrees. On the third simulation, the graph shows that the behavior is explained by the projectile range equation, which depends on the sign of the twice the launch angle. The sign function reaches its maximum value was 45 degrees, explaining why the angle produced the greater horizontal distance. Additionally, complementary angles such as the 30 degrees and the 60 degrees produce nearly equal ranges. The elapsed time increased with the angle reaching its maximum near 90 degrees. In conclusion, this experiment demonstrated the projectile motion follows predictable physical laws. At the fixed height, horizontal distance is directly proportional to the initial speed. As height increases, distance increases non-linearly due to longer flight time. Finally, a 45 degrees launch angle produces the maximum horizontal range, while higher angles result in a longer flight time but shorter distances. For the questions of the highest point of light, at the highest point of the projectile motions, the vertical velocity becomes zero momentarily. However, gravity continues to act downward, meaning the acceleration is still non-zero. So therefore, the correct answer is letter B. The speed is zero, but the acceleration is not. And, and then for the cannonball problem, for the cannonball fired horizontally and another object dropped vertically for the same height at the same time, both objects strike the ground and approximate at the same time. This is because gravity affects both equally in the vertical direction, regardless of horizontal motion. Thus, the correct answer is letter C. In the problem-solving section, we analyze an airplane flying at an altitude of 0.5 kilometers with a speed of 150 kilometers per hour. So by converting the units and applying free fall equations, which is height is equals to 1/2 times the gravity times the time squared, we calculated the time it takes for the package to hit the ground, which is 0.0028 hours. Using the time, we determine the horizontal distance at which the bomb must be released to hit the target accurately. So by the formula of distance times the velocity times time, so we got the 0.42 kilometers. And here are my references. Thank you.